What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another weekly analysis. It's 2026. This is the first video of the year. Sorry for the late video, but we are back in action. We're back in the charts. We are locked in for 2026. So happy new year to you guys, and hopefully you guys have a great trading year ahead. We are looking at Bitcoin today. We are looking at the crypto charts, and we're diving in since our last video on December 22nd. That was a long time ago, over 2 weeks. And yeah, let's dive into it. So let's start off with the yearly candle. We created a new yearly candle and it looks something like this. Pretty crazy. And since we trade the fractal model, what are we forming here? We are forming a swing point, right? Since we have candle 1, 2024, candle 2, 2025, and candle 3, 2026. So if we have a bearish swing point, what can we expect? We can expect candle 3 to continue lower on its journey to the downside. Where can it go? Not sure. That's up for debate. We have this yearly fair value gap, pretty obvious fair value gap here. We have the 74K level down here, which I know it will hit eventually. Price gotta revisit this level down here, tap into this fair value gap, potentially to this midpoint, 60K, 59K. That would be catastrophic for Bitcoin holders, I think. But we do get a discount on Bitcoin at that level. That would be a discounted level, I think. Let's see. Most definitely. 74K is what I can anticipate and desire for price to go to. So we're going to leave it at that, right? But look how bearish this looks. We're creating this swing point here. Price definitely moving lower, in my opinion. So let's dive back into the daily chart and see where we're at, right? So we had these two, we had this range drawn out, right? As you can clearly see, consolidation between these two ranges. What else do we have on the monthly chart? We have this monthly fair value as well, which price has reacted nicely off of, right? So monthly, we pair it with the daily chart. And as you can see, it looks something like this. We don't have a change in state of delivery yet. The change in state of delivery is all the way down here for the daily and the monthly, if you're playing that. But that could be a nice trade as well, right? So if we do get a SysD on the daily, price could do something like this, right? Price change in state of delivery, comes back up, potentially a fair value gap over here, and then lower prices potentially to 74K. That's something I could frame and would like to trade, but that would have to be at the start of February, I think, for me to get short, to trade that candle 3 to the downside. What else can I frame? I can frame something the 4 hour and play the weekly as well, right? So we have a nice weekly swing point forming here, as you can see by this candle 1, candle 2, right? And then potentially candle 3 lower. So that is what I am anticipating, since we already have this change in state of delivery here. We have an intercandle change in state of delivery there. And I think this was the entry here for shorts, something like this. Once it closes over this candle, enter here, you're already in profit. Stops over here, this swing point or this swing point if you are cautious. I think having your stop at this C2 high is probably the best bet, and target this low here or this swing low down here for a nice 4R. I didn't get into this trade. Obviously, I'm not super keen on trading crypto at the moment. I think futures is where my bread and butter is. But this is a very valid setup for a short position. Very nice reaction from that range high and that monthly SIBI fair value gap. We have a nice change in state of delivery twice, intercandle change in state of delivery there as well. So potentially the short setup is trading C3 lower. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I want this confirmation. I want this candle, C2 candle, to close, and then we trade C3. So once we form some more up close candles at the start of next week, right, it's more likely, and if we intercandle change state of delivery for those candles at the start of the week, then we can trade it lower. And that's something I might take. But right now, you can trade C2. I like trading C3 just because I think it's a bit more safe, and we get the confirmation of the C2 candle close, and we can trade it to these equal lows down here, which is more ideal for me. This acts like a nice draw. We have these failure swings down here and potentially this swing down here, or you could just trade it, hold it to 74K, and that is around a 6R trade. So a lot of options moving forward. So we have weekly C3, you could trade that lower, or you can have the monthly as well, the monthly candle, the monthly C3 for lower as well. So we just have to wait and see what happens. If price decides to move lower from here, that's okay with me. It just confirms this idea that price just hits the range high, the fair value gap, and moves lower. So let's look at some other charts as well. ETH, right? Kind of ranging as well. I'm gonna go back to daily because that's a bit more clean. So I guess we have SMT here, right? Because Bitcoin took out that high and ETH didn't. Sol, again, consolidating. You could say this might be manipulation for a move higher. We do have candle 3 monthly for higher prices. But again, I'm not trading Sol. There's no setup for me to take. Hype, again, looks like it wants lower. Tau, we were framing shorts all the way in this leg, right? We were framing shorts in December as well. It was nice shorts, but there was no follow through. Didn't take it. Zcash failed to move higher on this month. So I was looking for that change in state of delivery on that 4 hour or on that daily, I think. Yeah, this candle, but it looks like it's just moving lower. So unlikely, probably lower. Looks like, yeah, weekly C3. Let's dive into the 4 hour actually. Okay, so let's remove that. All right, so we have a change in state of delivery, change in state of intercandle, change in state of delivery. Yeah, for a move lower. So expecting lower prices for Zcash. Everything looks bearish. I'm a bear at the moment. So yeah, I'm not trading any of this. Just Bitcoin. Bitcoin's the cleanest. I suggest you do the same. And yeah, this is what I think of the crypto market at the moment. We are bearish. Bearish on the yearly time frame, bearish on the weekly, bearish on the monthly. All time frames are aligned for bearish price action, and that's exactly what we are getting. So that's the video, I think. Hopefully you guys find some nice setups maybe this week or next week, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.